What defines a community? Is it the concrete, total population, rate of economic growth? Or can a community be defined by an open space or babbling brook? More and more often, municipalities face a challenge between development and land preservation. One very promising resolution to this challenge has been Transferable Development Rights, TDR. To obtain a more complete picture of TDR, we spoke with government officials,
win-win situation. Everybody gets something out of the program.
Conservationists.
We know that we need more tools in a challenging economy to protect land while allowing and directing growth to the most appropriate places.
And developers.
The main challenge from a developer's perspective is what is the true or real value of a TDR?
Dulcie, can you tell us a little bit about why Montgomery County Lands Trust got involved in transferable development rights?
Montgomery County Lands Trust has been working with municipalities throughout our area for over 15 years, trying to work with them to put together a menu of options for land protection and enhancement of the green environment. As we've done this work, we've brought in all kinds of programs on open space protection, natural resource corridor protection, planting street trees in build-up communities, how you steward your land. But we know that we need more tools in a challenging economy to protect land while allowing and directing growth to the most appropriate places. The tool that has been underutilized, one that is utilized in places like Lancaster County and Chester County, is transferable development rights. And we decided we would like to work with communities on how to bring that tool, TDR, transferable development rights, to them so that they have a choice of where to put development. Montgomery County communities are changing. They're going to continue to change. But by using the most appropriate tools, we can decide where the development goes, how it is arranged, and what it looks like. And that's how you really work with communities to determine their own green future.
Do you see that there have been some downsides to TDR in the township?
No. I know you said that, but I mean, to be honest with you, the way we've structured our program, and again, I present this program throughout the state, and I always tell each municipality they need to evaluate what their strengths and weaknesses are. Look to how you can capitalize on the strengths. I mean, in our case, and I'll give some examples, I mean, obviously we have a very large ag preservation program. We had the Lancaster Ag Preserve Board and the Lancaster Farmland Trust already doing that, preserving farms in the county. So we looked at how could we tag on with that, which was a very strong initiative. Give you an example. We took a pulse reading of our community, and over 86%, and we had a very good survey, 86% favored the preservation of farmland. So we knew we had a, if you will, a referendum that was a good thing to do. So we wanted to capitalize on already that program that involved the Ag Preserve Board. So that was a positive, and we were able to capitalize on that. At the same time, we've gotten an incredibly favorable response from the community and the type of development that they see the TDRs are going to. I mean, they realize, wow, we got a hospital out of it. Again, a win-win situation. Everybody gets something out of the program.
I first learned about it when I was the secretary in a neighboring municipality. They had just written it into their zoning ordinance, and it was an abject failure. And the reason it was an abject failure was because the process to do it was so cumbersome, financially burdensome, and the outcome so uncertain that no rational person would actually seek to do it. How we do it is a little bit different. We don't require you to do an engineered plan. A farmer will say, most of the time they come in personally, and they'll say, I'd like to have my development right, I want to contemplate selling off my development rights through the TDRs. And the township engineer then takes their land, he has a copy of the aerial photo, and he has layers with flood hazards and steep slopes on it, and he will net out the net outs that's required and come up with a computation to say, this is how many development rights I think are on here, and give it to the farmer. The farmer then goes before the Planning Commission and says, here's how many development rights the engineer thinks I have, and asks the Planning Commission to recommend a certification on them. Once the Planning Commission agrees and recommends a certification, the governing body, the Board of Supervisors, actually votes and says, yes, you have 50 TDRs available to you. Now the farmer goes to sell them, and he finds developer A who wants 10 of them, and he finds developer B who wants 20 of them, for a total of 30, which would leave him 20. We don't require the farmer, once those 30 TDRs are severed, to actually lay down an easement on his property yet, because he hasn't severed all of them. Instead, we use what we call a deed of transferable development rights, where the farmer says, all right, I've got 50 TDRs on this tax parcel number, and I'm transferring 10 to this guy, and I'm transferring 20 to this guy. And that deed gets recorded at the Recorder of Deeds. And then the people who are using the TDRs, when they come in for their developments, when they come in to use their development rights, of course, they've got to show that they've been recorded that deed into their deed, so that it actually establishes the linkage. And then they can go through the land development process and do their thing.